I knew Godfrey before any Hollywood shit.
I like Godfrey. I mean,
I'm sure you do.
I don't have anything against him.
Do what you have to do to maintain your friendship with Godfrey.
It's not have to. I just do. I like Godfrey.
I really think you should call Godfrey and make sure he knows that you feel that way and tell him about things you go through.
He does.
Right now.
I ain't beefing with nobody. When somebody has just done their, how you say, worn their welcome or done something, I'm just move on. Life goes on. I don't be beefing with nobody. I don't talk about. I'm just saying. I just couldn't sit here and just say no.
Motherfuck
like
that nigga and anybody down with him. If somebody is a friend of somebody I don't fuck with, go fuck with them. That's how I really feel. D, it don't matter if D mad at me. Me and D done disagreed on shit before. That motherfucker fuck you around a woman and ain't never had to tell her, bitch, you don't know what you talk about. That's part of being around a woman.
What if you got a co-hosting gig and your only job was to nod and agree with everything the host says? Now, this will probably get on your nerves, but for the most part, you will be like, this is a pretty easy job. But what if that same co-host look you dead in your optical stems and tell you, you don't know what the hell you talking about, bitch? What the fuck? The 5150 show is not the type of show you watch for a respectful back and forth dialogue, and that's simply because that's not something that Cory Holcomb welcomes. He's usually not that educated on topics, but ironically, he likes to walk around with this smartest guy in the warehouse type of energy. Some of y'all know the type. Scoot over, young buck. Let me show you how to drive this forklift. But anyway, let's get back to the topic. With this type of energy, it makes co-hosting with him almost impossible, unless the individuals involved are yes men. Essentially, to get your buns in one of those seats, you have to throw your backbone in the dumpster out back, join the spineless committee, and never, ever disagree. Because if you do, you're automatically getting a whole segment of public embarrassment.
I'm all fuck you around a woman and ain't never had to tell her, bitch, you don't know what you talking about. That's part of being around a woman.
Yeah, D is chilling. She's waiting on her segment, man. She's beautiful.
Anyway, I'm Jay with the Beard. If you're new here or true here, welcome and welcome again. Become a co-contributor by hitting like and absolutely body slamming the subscribe button. And I promise you, there will be no degrading here. So on this recent episode of Cory and the Giggly Gooberts, Cory goes on another rant about Godfrey. Over the last few months, he's been taking every opportunity to take shots at Godfrey.
I knew Godfrey before any of this Hollywood shit. I knew Godfrey before any Hollywood shit. Godfrey grew up with me knowing him and his brother more. His brother Dan was more of a friend to me. And I think Dan always had good intentions by people. But I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm not saying this with no spite or malice. Godfrey and people like Godfrey. All I know is them smiling with us to get what comes with being with us. But when they're in their group or groups of other people, they make sure they let it be known. Oh, I'm this. I'm not that.
Now, this beef initially started after Cory Holcomb went on his show calling Godfrey a homosexual a few months back. I genuinely don't understand Cory's infatuation with homosexuality, but apparently he's very obsessed with it.
Godfrey, I'm only talking facts because the streets don't know. And I always had you up under me as a friend of the family, but the streets don't know. Godfrey, you stay with a gay Caucasian male, am I right? Because y'all said, they was up there, they said, Cory said, if you did 3 movies or more, you perform fellatio. That ain't what I said. I said if you did 3 or more movies, you probably had a dick in your ass.
So Godfrey caught word of this and he ended up addressing the rumor, which in Cory's mind gave him the green light to go even harder to try to ruin Godfrey's image.
And so Cory's talking about me in some kind of way because I called this podcast live.
Yeah. I remember.
Because he said...
You and me was talking about that around that time.
Yeah, because there was in the chats, people say, yo, Cory's dogging you. I said, is he making fun of me? I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like Cory, because he makes fun of people.
And y'all came in the game
They
together.
go, no, he's saying you gay. Like, I said, what? Is he fucking around? No, it's real. So I said, I called Cory because our podcasts are at the same time.
Yeah.
His is at 7, mine's at 10, because I'm 3 hours ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And so I called him in the middle of his podcast. I say, yo, Cory, what's up, man? Fuck you talking about? I'm gay and shit. He's like, Godfrey. He said, your ass is gay. You said you had a gay roommate. I said, gay roommate? I said, what the fuck are you talking? I never had a gay roommate.
Right.
If I had a gay roommate, I would have said something.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Cory Holcomb is the type of person who thinks saying real talk, being vulgar, and talking about conspiracy theories makes him real. In reality, it only makes him real immature and real unintelligent. I mean, come on, bro. This man is almost 60 years old. 60 years old, talking about street culture, still beefing with people, talking about underage girls. Oh, man, this is a bad combination. So anyway, he starts building up to go on this rant about the Godfrey, and before he can even get in the rhythm, Darlene decides to intervene and make it clear that these are Cory's ideas and his beef.
I
Homie.
like Godfrey.
I'm sure you do.
I don't have anything against Godfrey.
Do what you have to do to maintain your friendship with Godfrey.
It's not have to. I just do. I like Godfrey.
And that's good.
And I don't even have a close friendship with him, but I like him. I've known him from, just coming on the show and stuff. But
I think you should.
because I do.
In fact, I really think you should.
Godfrey. I like Godfrey's comedy. I like him as a person. That's all I know about him.
That's good. Yeah. I'm glad you do. But I really think you should call Godfrey and make sure he knows that you feel that way and tell him about things you go through.
He does, because I've never said anything
you know what
bad
I'm saying?
about him.
Godfrey is good for that. He smiles good with you right now.
I ain't beefing with nobody. When somebody has just done their, worn their welcome or done something, I'm just move on. Life goes on. I don't be beefing with nobody.
If somebody is a friend of somebody I don't fuck with, this is how I really feel. If somebody is a friend of somebody I don't fuck with, go fuck with them. That's how I really feel. If I have somebody who's saying they my friend and they know it's somebody I don't fuck with, it is my personal preference that you go fuck with them. I'll say that to any motherfucker on this planet. Go fuck with that nigga. To any motherfucker. Come around me talking about that nigga.
That's the thing. I don't talk about. I'm just saying. I just couldn't sit here and just say no.
Motherfuck
I like
that nigga and anybody down with him.
Darlene doing this immediately got up under Cory Holcomb's skin to the point that this rant became less about Godfrey and more about her. This just goes to show you, like I said before, Cory Holcomb needs talking points. He cannot stay on topic. He is low impulse at his finest. All he knows how to do is react. At one point, I thought he was going to turn into Thomas the Train and steam was going to start pouring from underneath that hat. So after this, Darlene gets quiet and the chat starts calling out the tension. Cory Holcomb's ego don't allow him to de-escalate the situation, show proper respect to his co-host. Because Cory Holcomb is a misogynistic narcissist, he continues to belittle Darlene in the name of real niggas.
Yeah, Dominique, D, it don't matter if D mad at me. Me and D done disagreed on shit before. That motherfuckers who drunk at home pressing buttons and try to turn it into something. God damn it. If you be around a woman and don't never have no major disagreement with her, you a cake ass nigga.
And it's not real.
I'm all fuck you around a woman and ain't never had to tell her, bitch, you don't know what you talking about. That's part of being around a woman.
Yeah, D is chilling. She's waiting on her segment, man. She's beautiful.
This just goes to show that Cory Holcomb hates having this opinion challenged, which is probably why he's always the only one talking on this show, bro. God damn, bro. Let somebody else talk and share their ideas. That's why there's always this awkward tension and forced laughter from the co-host, because they understand to be an employee of Cory Holcomb, your opinion has absolutely no value unless you're agreeing with him. For him to always act like he's so real and he loves realness, it don't seem like he wants real people around him. The moment somebody step outside of their role and say, hey, bro, I don't agree with that. Suddenly, the conversation is no longer about the original topic. It becomes a subliminal attack, belittling that person. And that's exactly what happened to Darlene. He basically tried to guilt her into feeling bad for having her own opinion. It's crazy. At the end of the day, this can't go on forever because people ain't built that way. I mean, of course, some people are more durable punching bags than others, but naturally, everybody gets tired. Which is probably why you keep on seeing new faces on his show after a while. Circle keep changing, bridges keep burning, and eventually, the entire thing starts to collapse. We're basically talking about a story as old as time. The ego has been the reason a lot of empires have fallen. And Cory Holcomb has this larger-than-life ego. This is the reason he doesn't want his opinion challenged. And this is also the reason he can't fathom not being the smartest person in the room. But if I hadn't learned anything in my 30 years of life, I've learned that being okay with not being the smartest person in the room is a skill that not everybody possesses.